everybody. Apparently I am live. How are you today? Whoop, whoop. Let's raise some energy, vibration. How are you? It's 12 o'clock. Boom. So today, as you know, we are interviewing live every day, 12 noon. See you soon. Every day this week, definitely. And I've got an absolute... Hello, Kerry. How are you, gorgeous? I've got an amazing girlie that's going to be interviewed today for a little chat. Her name is Cassidy, and she is one incredible lady. I've watched her journey over the last year and a half, and she really is an inspiration. Her business is building, and yes, we're talking Ann Summers, like we've been introduced already. And it's her energy, it's her tenacity, and I think, you know, for us to, you know, support any business, particularly home-based businesses right now, is huge, isn't it? It's just, so that's why we're here, to find out the stories, the passion, to inspire us, because we love to be inspired. And of course, then we have cheeky little gifts on the side, which we all secretly, there's a guilty pleasure there, secretly. So, let's introduce you to Cassidy. She has got her children with her in the background, because guess what? That's reality, and that is true style home-based business. Believe me, as you know, been there, seen it, still doing it. I worn the t-shirt. So let's introduce Cassidy. Whoop whoop.
Hi, Sharon.
Yes.
Yeah, so first up, really sorry about any like kids music and stuff in the background. I have the three and under having a little party in my lounge.
Whoop, whoop. We all want to come round and be a part of the party. So.
Oh yeah, we love it over here. We love a good rave in the middle of the day, listening to a bit of Baby Bum or Coco Melon. Personal favourites, Baby Shark.
See, I don't even know. I do really. It's still our secret pleasures.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I know you've got your 3 kids there, and I admire you so much. I bought from you, but I want to know more about you. Yeah, how old you are and where you're first, because as you know, talking to you, we recognise that you'd already had a business before that.
Yeah.
So I really want you to share, really, how you have like grown yourself, what first inspired you to even have your first business, because this isn't your first business.
Yeah.
So how old are you?
So I am 22. I'll be 23 in just 2 weeks' time. So basically 23 at this point, feeling like I'm aging now. Yeah, I'm 22. I had my first child at 19. I had my twins at 21, which is obviously incredibly young to be having twins, especially non-identicals. Skylar, please share. So yeah, that was a whirlwind in its own. But at aged 18, I opened up a salon of my own, which was phenomenal. I had a lot of support from my gran, who is absolutely amazing. I hope I sent her the link, so fingers crossed she's watching. So she gave me a lot of support with that. She financially supported it. And gave me the inspiration to even start it up. My gran's been a beauty therapist for all of my life. She still does it now, and she's in her like mid-late 60s. She is absolutely amazing. She's a fantastic therapist, and she was just always so inspiring. And some of my earliest memories were actually some of my earliest memories were actually sat at my gran's getting my nails painted and getting told off by my mum when I came home with nail varnish on a Sunday, because I had to go to school the next day. And mum never had nail varnish remover there at home.
Brilliant result.
Yeah, fantastic. Me and gran used to get in a lot of trouble with mum for painting my nails. And it was one of my earliest memories. As well as sitting in her therapy room at her home, listening to the weird whale music from her massages.
Relaxing.
Yeah, obviously when you're a little kid, you just sit there imitating the noise, and it was just a really fond memory. So when I was 16, my gran funded what was a bit of a hobby for me at the time by sending me on a nail technician course. So at age 16, I got my qualification as a level 2 nail technician. And I started up doing nails in my garage for a bit of fun on Friends. My mum's garage. It was freezing cold. It was a mess. It was awful. It was absolutely terrible. But then in the time to follow that, I ended up going to college, doing a level 3 diploma in nail technology. Whilst I was still doing college, I opened up the salon, and it was only a small little shop. It was literally like 8 meters by 3 meters.
Wow.
With a little toilet out back. It was tiny, but it was my perfect little place. It was my little sanctuary, and I loved it. After about a year of running the salon, I fell pregnant with Skylar. In fact, less than a year of running the salon, I fell pregnant with Skylar. We opened up in the March. I fell pregnant in the November. So very quickly, I was thrown onto maternity leave, had a baby, came back when she was just 5 weeks old, doing like a set a day. And then I ended up getting rid of the salon so I could commit to being a mother a bit more. Yeah. So I got rid of the salon when Skylar was just gone 1, because I just felt like I wanted to be home more. I wanted to invest more time with my family. Thank God I did, because I fell pregnant with twins 2 months later.
You see, you're at home a bit too much.
Good timing to get rid of it, because I don't know how I would have done that with 3.
That's funny. Can I just shout? You've got so much love going on here. I just want to acknowledge everybody that's on. So lovely. We've got Steffi Rook. Hi, Cassidy. Jade Darby. She put hi, Emily Milius. Is that Milius?
You know what? I've been best friends with her sister for about 8 years, and I still don't know how to pronounce the surname without slandering.
We've got so we've got Chelsea. Hey, Cassidy. We've got Beth. Hey, Case. Cass, sorry, we've got Kelsey Hall, Louise, Rihanna. Oh, wait, hang on. Woo. I've gone. We've got Siobhan. We have got Sammy. You look amazing. Oh, you're amazing. Morgan, so proud of you, Cass. Josie, Elaine. Oh, Elaine, I know Elaine. Hi, Elaine. All the love, all this lovely love. You've got 14 hearts already, gorgeous.
Oh, bless.
Beautiful. So I just want to share the love. I don't know if you can see that, but obviously I can. So you, you're a true inspiration. We've got Beth saying Cassidy is amazing. Summer's going, you are an inspiration. Beautiful. So can you see already the energy, the love that you're creating already? So here you are. You've then had them. Got Joanne. Hi. Yes, I'm watching. Love Gran. Sammy. Oh, lovely. So here you are. You've just had Skylar. Then you're now pregnant with twins, basically.
Wow, how crazy that was. So
no, I mean, without rushing, it's almost like twins.
Yeah.
I mean, you go in to get a scan.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as twins in the family?
No. So there's a few identical twins on my partner's side of the family, Chris. But that wouldn't contribute to my non-identical. So we've got DCDA twins, which is basically 2 separate eggs, 2 separate sperms, separate everything, which means that I must hyperovulate, which to do at 21 was real unusual. Hyperovulation obviously happens more often with mature mothers. That's why twins are more common with people that are over 30, or people who have been through IVF. So to fall pregnant with twins at age 21 was insane. I kind of felt like I knew, because honestly, I was so tired. I couldn't stay awake. I was absolutely exhausted, and it was just so much more draining than my first pregnancy. Wow. And the fact that I was showing quite a bit quite early. So I said to my midwife, I was like, look, I'm either further along again, because with Skylar, I went for a 12-week scan. I was 16 weeks. So I was like, I've either got my dates wrong again, or it's twins. Like, there's no way I'm this big, surely. And yet we went in, and the funniest part of that whole scan was my partner's reaction. Because you know when they just wiggle it around and have a good look around. So they're having a look around, and they go, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And Chris goes, for a second, and I thought I saw two. I looked at the midwife, who was a trainee sonographer, her first ever multiples find. The lady that was training her was the girl that found out I was further along with my first pregnancy too. So used to me being a bit of a weird one. I looked at her and I went, there was two, wasn't there? And she went, I think so. And Chris looked at me and went, oh. And it was the reaction. It was just the, oh. And he didn't say a single thing until we were in the consultant meeting afterwards, and he made a joke. I can't remember what it was, but he all of a sudden just cracked a joke after being silent for about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow. Just shocked and stunned, bless him.
Complete shock. And then obviously we found out later on that it was two boys. So it saved a lot of aggro, you know, the arguments with baby names. Skylar, if she was a boy, was going to be George Andrew, or Andrew George, sorry. She was going to be Andrew George. So now we have George and Andrew. We literally split Skylar's would have been name. Who's the twins were named.
Sorted.
No arguments. It was blissful. It's not dead, is it? Let's hope not. No, you're right. It's dead. You'll have to play with toys like a normal child. All right. So yeah.
As if your life wasn't busy enough.
Yeah.
3 under 3 now, but you started. What on earth took you on the journey? Talk us through the journey to even be introduced.
So with Anne Summers, I had a dear friend of mine who had been telling me, Cassidy, you'd be amazing at this. I want you on board. I think you'd do great. For about 6 months, she would have pestered me for. And I was like, no, don't be silly. I've got the kids. I've just got rid of the salon, you know. Nah. And I found out I was pregnant, and I was like, oh my God, okay. So then back in the days where, you know, we were allowed to do these naughty things, you know, razzle dazzles, raffles, back in the days when those were a bit more acceptable, she had one of those up for £70 spends, which at the time was the cost of the big kit. And I forgot I even had numbers on it. It took ages to fill. And she messaged me and was like, hey, the game's filled. You've got 2 numbers, so you owe £5 on it. And I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot. And I was a little bit tight on money. I thought I might give the numbers up. I might have to let her down. And I was like, nope, sod it. I can just about do it. And I won. I won £70. She said to me, Cassidy, why not buy the kit? Sign up. Within the first few weeks, I hit my first target to get £50 free spends. I quickly fell in love with it. From what was a total fluke, realistically, complete and utter fluke. And actually, it's been one of the best things I've ever done since. Obviously, it's now full-time income for me and my family. I stay at home and I get to see my kids play and grow. You're eating a lollipop. That's amazing. I love hearing these stories. Imagine how different if you gave up those numbers. Yeah. Like, where would my life be if I didn't spend that £5? Like, I can't imagine it. I would still be working in a hotel as a receptionist in between jobs, making ends meet for my kids.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that I don't have to do that.
And isn't that huge, like, just to have that pause there, for me and you, it's like for other women to listen to that. Listen to there's so many opportunities that are there.
Yeah.
You could just fall into that can change your entire life. I just want to flash that up with people because it can be as simple as that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be so difficult. And to be, I think the biggest thing is just for other people to be just open. And you were clearly, and I can imagine, we've all been there when we haven't got that £5. And it's like, oh, I'll just no. There's a lot of fate there, isn't there? Which I absolutely love, your journey. And for that to happen, and for now you to not only build on that, but everybody to listen. You're so young, you've got your 3 children, and you've built, with all that going on, a full-time salary from home.
Yeah, better than any salary I ever earned in my salon, better than any salary that I ever earned when I was working at the hotel, even when I did like 60 hours in a week. Because I was young, I was on stupid money because, you know, I was under 21 and all that sort of stuff to get put on lower wage. So, you know, I could work my absolute bum off and still come away with pennies from that job. Yeah. You know, hospitality is pretty renowned for being pretty poor pay. So now to be able to do something that I'm far more passionate about, that is just something that I really enjoy and still get to work around my kids, is amazing. Yeah. And it's not even just enjoying what I do, it's enjoying the fact that I get to speak to adults a lot. I get to speak to adults about adult things and not about what consistency whatever in my kid's nappy was today. Yeah. You talk to other mums and you ask, how are the kids? How are they doing? How's teething going? How's potty training going? But I think it's really important that we remember that we're not just mum. We're also, you know, I'm also Cassidy. I'm not just mum. And Anne Summers, I think, gave me a massive, like, realization that it was okay to be an adult and to be a mum other than just being mummy. Yeah. And talking about kids constantly.
And it's so important because that's actually a piece of you, and we also need that back because we give you absolutely consistently day in, day out, but you need it, and it helps you with, I would say, your mental health almost, to be able to get through what we need to get through. Being a mummy. But there's a part of you that you don't want to give up. And obviously, I've been able to give that to you.
Georgie Podgy, why are you so loud?
I love it. This is how it is, isn't it? This is where we are. This is what we do. Yeah. And it's when it's on a nighttime. It's when all of those other things that we can juggle, and that we can make it happen. I love it. So talk to me about Anne Summers. I mean, you know, yes, it's all based on normally parties, but look how I think COVID has helped. I mean, you've got your own private, and I love this. I was introduced to a friend to come into your private group, and I love that. I think to have a private group, that gives it the element of, well, it is private and it's confidential, and you know, you can still choose and you can still have a look and you can still have so much fun. I think there's a lot going on where it's nice to go and it's pure escapism, isn't it? You know, it's all not about, you know, well, zips and whips and what have you, but it's fun. It's nice. It's fun. I enjoy it. Yeah. I like the banter in there. I like the fun pictures in there. You do it so well. There's a certain energy, and you know, you bring you into it, and just don't take it seriously, because life shouldn't be so serious. You know,
this is it. I've always been quite a very open-minded person when it comes to sex and relationships and things like this, and you know what? When I was in school, at one point, I sort of said, I'd love to be the teacher that taught sex. Like, that actually was the most embarrassing class that you could have in school. That was like, I love doing sex education. I think it's interesting. Like, my mum and me, I don't know if my mum's watching at all right now, but my mum was very open with me. If I had questions, she had an answer. I was never the kid that went, what's sex? I never was, you know, that kid that didn't have a clue, that was scared of these things because I was uneducated. My mum was very open with me about these sorts of things and made sure that I was educated in the appropriate ways at appropriate ages. So to be able to open up to other people and give them, you know, the advice and things like this that really help them in their relationships. A lot of people come into my group, which to be honest, it's more of a community, as you've probably seen. It is a private group. It's women only, over 18 only. And we have fun. We get to know each other. We do, great fun things. But as well as that, I'll happily go on a live and talk to you guys about how to get the best orgasm, how to get, build your relationships, how to open up to your partner about new things, and to close the orgasm gap. Because, the orgasm gap is a thing. You know how we've got the pay gap?
No, it is.
Orgasm gap.
Yeah.
Only 3% of women regularly orgasm from sex, whilst 96% of men regularly orgasm from sex. There's a problem there. And a lot of it's to do with communication. Women are too scared to speak to their partners about, you're not quite doing it right, because we're scared we're going to insult them. But our partners are very quick to, men are very happy to say to women, can you change it up? Can you do it different? It's almost like a fear of women to even ask, when we deserve as many orgasms as men do. We need to close that orgasm gap massively. So part of my group is based on, obviously, education to make sure that women can actually get the pleasure that they want. But not only that, but empowerment. So one of the things that I strive for in my business, in my group, in personal life, everything, is empowering other women. Because I came into this business not feeling very confident. I came in feeling a bit... I was a kid that was bullied in school. As you can probably see, I've got a bit of a gap in between my teeth. Kids had an absolute field day with that in school. I had quite a few rumours go around me in school and things like that. It wasn't very nice. It knocked my confidence massively. So I came out of it and I went into Ann Summers with a real open perspective of making it fun, making it work. And I found that I've grown in my own confidence so much over this time. But not only that, I've been able to open up other people in confidence. So I've got people in my group that post photos of themselves in a beautiful new lingerie set that 6 months ago wouldn't even buy a lingerie set because they didn't think that they were pretty enough for it. We very much focus on body positivity and, building everyone up to know that you are all beautiful and that your weight does not define your worth. And that I think in sex, the biggest thing with closing that orgasm gap is that we need to be confident in our body to be able to let go and enjoy ourselves in sex. Amen. Because if you're sat there worrying about how your boobs look, how your belly looks, how all this looks, you all of a sudden just freeze up and your body's not going to let you do anything fun because you can't let go. So feeling comfortable and loving yourself is such a big thing. And obviously, we don't just sell products like sex toys to help with that. We sell stuff like wellness products. And I've actually got one sat behind my desk. We've got things like Epsom salts that relax you. They've got pure lavender oils in that relax your body and mind and help your muscles relax and everything. So it's even things like the run up to that and learning to love yourself that we focus on as well. You want to have a look? Come here then.
It's so important, isn't it? It's just vital. It is vital. And I think, like in my era, I'm 50. So it's like back in my day, it was a taboo subject. Nobody ever talked about that. But I mean, I'm massively open. And I lived in Holland, Amsterdam for 2 years. And it's like their pregnancy rate is the lowest in the whole of Europe. Why? Yeah. Because they talk about sex like just as it's a cup of coffee. Whereas the UK talk about sex and it's like,
but the lack of talk creates a lack of knowledge, and then uneducated people having unprotected sex young, falling pregnant, catching STDs, and being embarrassed about things that are totally normal within sex, like people embarrassed to talk about subjects like bondage. My God, if you want to dominate your partner or be a submissive, that's totally normal. And something that so many people are still like, I had a girl message me that I went to school with, and she was like, this is really embarrassing. I'd like to buy a vibrator off of you. And I was like, girl, I have people messaging me for GIMP masks. This is not embarrassing. This is normal. You want a vibrator? Girl, I can sell you 10. Like,
I love that. And I think it's so powerfully important. I've got 2 boys, and my eldest, he's the first one to come. And I am there, and I'll say, I'll tell you anything. I will tell you anything you need to know. And I've got to say, he's a very quiet guy, but he knows he can come to me if he has got that question. Yeah. And I think it's so vital, and it's so, we need to be that mum, that parent, that having the channel to be open to have those conversations. Because guess what? It's the most enjoyable thing that we can experience.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It shouldn't be shameful. It shouldn't be bashful. Yes, you know, for them to be educated and for us to be as open as possible. You know, I love that group, your group, for that, and I just think it's fantastic. We shouldn't have to have, you know, a negative on it, and to have the freedom of speech, you know. And yes, isn't it a shame that it still has to be a private group? This isn't private, so this is fantastic, you know, to raise the awareness, because that's what you're here to do. And I totally agree and support that without a shadow of a doubt. It's vital. And you know, you're growing up healthy children, so am I, and for us to have that communication, you know, and like we said, to talk about sex just as it's like a cup of coffee, then there isn't the embarrassment there, because it shouldn't be embarrassing. You know,
this is my daughter was a little bit behind on potty training. Seems off subject, promise we're going to get there. I know we're back to mummy talk, but you know, that's what we do. So she was a bit late on the whole potty training thing. So I used to let her follow me to the toilet pretty much every time I went. I'd encourage it. Skylar, come see what mummy's doing. Skylar, I'm going for a wee. Would you like to come with me? And sometimes, you know, once a month she'd say, Mummy, you're bleeding. There's a plaster in your pants. And I've explained to her, once a month, mummy has this thing, she bleeds, and now she thinks it's normal. And if she sees me going to the toilet and I have blood, she gets me a pad out the cupboard, Shan.
Oh, no.
She's only 3, but she in a way knows what it is that's age appropriate. And you know what? She's going to, you know, one day start having these, and there's going to be zero shame. There's going to be zero embarrassment. And she's going to have zero questions. She's going to know what's going on. She's going to know where the pads are. She's going to know that she can tell me with pride.
And to celebrate. Yeah.
All about being open, isn't it?
It really is. There's a beautiful message there. Cass helped my sex life, but also helped my mental well-being. She has done so much to help me, both as somebody who I know personally and somebody I would go for anything related to sex advice. Oh, sweet.
Siobhan, you're a sweetheart. I do love
Woo!
you.
See, you're making a difference. You're making a change. And I've got tears in my eyes because that's just absolutely beautiful. So
Siobhan she's been with me for a long old time in all different routes of life. She started off as a customer in my nail shop. I've done some beautiful sets on Siobhan in the past. She became a dear friend. We've been through a lot together in the past few years. I know Siobhan's had a lot go on lately that we've all been there to support her with. Andrew, do you have to hit that toy on the floor so hard?
Yes, I do.
And she did join my and Summer's team for a little while as well. And the confidence she gained from it and the empowerment was absolutely amazing. And the amount of girls like Siobhan that join the team and they leave as a totally different person if they ever leave. You know, I know a lot of people have a bit of taboo about multi-level marketing, and I know we touched on this yesterday. There is a stigma about it, that it's pushy, that it's a scam, it's this, it's that. But actually, every single girl that I know that's joined my team has either realised it's not for them and left without any strings attached. That's okay, it happens. But I've also had other girls join and it's changed their life, just like it has mine. I can see a couple of people in the comments who it has been life-changing for them. They've, you know, got to a leader status in the company and are earning, you know, £400 cash bonuses this month, plus their wages, plus whatever commissions they've earned. Like, it's incredible. But the biggest thing that I like to focus on in the business is not only the whole, you know, let's get you some money, let's get you this, let's make you some sales. It's also, let's grow you as a person. And that's bigger to me than any figures on the sales. Is I want to see people joining my team and leaving having confidence, having made friends and networking with people, feeling like they're not alone anymore, having a social life because they've gone out to party, earned money whilst they're doing it because they don't feel bad because it's work, but it's social as well. I know a lot of mums, they feel bad if they go out. People get shamed for going out as a mum sometimes. So being able to go out and party with some adults, earn some money for it as well and make it work.
Yeah.
You don't feel bad. You've had a good night. You've had time away from your kids. It's amazing. So, you know, we've had girls that have come in and said, I have no friends. I'm so alone and so depressed. And they've left having such a friendship group just from the team or from their customer base they've made friendships through. And, you know, they feel like they've got friends and they've developed these connections and they've opened up to people and they're not feeling so depressed anymore, because we even do like monthly mindset workshops. Megan in the comments, she's the girl that runs them, because she is just amazing at getting into people's heads and just picking you up. If I ever have a negative day, I'm straight in her inbox and go, Megan, I need a bit of your magic, like make me happy. And you can guarantee 10 minutes later, you're bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
Her energy is incredible. I wish I had as much energy as that girl.
Look at what you're doing for others. I mean, even with just this chat now, listen to you. It's like how beautiful even your journey, and you're so young and you're going to go so far, but not so confident, and then being mummy, and then growing, and then knowing you can help others, and then team, and then you're becoming the mentor to inspire the confidence that you can see. Isn't it funny when you can look at now the ladies that are joining you, and you can see what other people have seen in you before, but you couldn't see it in yourself. But you're looking at these amazing women and you can see it clearly. How when you see what they can do and what they can achieve, and you're there going, but I see this in you. You know, you just do this, this, and this. You'll get there. And like you said, when they start your journey with Ann Summers and they connect in and they're doing what you're guiding them to do, and then the money starts coming in. I mean, yes, it's funny, isn't it? It's almost like you don't need the money to give you the confidence, but it's what you've actually done. It's an achievement. And like you're at a stage now that you've got such an amazing team, and you get in the full-time salary, which is just amazing, that then you're wanting to mentor. Oh, the transition is just there for all to see. It's beautiful, isn't it? And I think as well as now, it's like COVID, people want to have a business, you know? Yes, they've got a choice, but be open enough just into businesses that can allow them, amazing results. It's truly phenomenal. Some of your products, I know I said to you yesterday, did you see the look in her eye?
Yeah. My favorite items. So these are like some of my best sellers that I've really found have made difference to people. One of these sets is actually one of your friend's favorites. She's raved about it. I've got some toys with me, and I've got something that's not all, sex. I did bring along some of our perfumes, because not many people know that Ann Summers perfumes are actually bloody incredible. So who here has worn Paco Rabanne Olympia before? Smells beautiful, but it's £85 a bottle, and I'm not for that life. I've got 3 kids to feed. So we have something that smells exactly the same, and it's £15 a bottle.
And can I just say, I didn't even know Ann Summers did perfume, so there we go.
Not many people do.
Yeah, okay. That's a huge bottle.
Right, so this is twice the size of Paco Rabanne Olympia.
Yeah.
And £15 instead of 85. Wow. So if you do the maths, I think it works out 8 times cheaper.
Yeah.
So it's got a beautiful ombre effect. It starts off as like a metallic pink, goes into a gold. It's a gorgeous bottle. You can't really see because it's so shiny. So it's a really sweet, fresh fragrance, but it's got like top notes of green mandarin. I will put it on charge in just a moment, baby, okay? And it's a really lovely all year round. There we go. Sophie in the comments. I can vouch for that. You wear Paco Rabanne Olympia. Now and it saves her a fortune every month. So it's a really beautiful scent, but we do have other ones, and the bottles are just as beautiful. I won't talk too much about them all. But
yeah, they're huge bottles.
Yeah, so all of our perfumes are 100 mils. They really are huge. Would you like a bunny rabbit? Yeah. Go play with it then.
That's what you say to us lot. Sorry.
So yeah, our perfumes are so cost effective, and they are beautiful. They last all day long. And yeah, see, George is agreeing with me, shouting yeah from the corner. Have you hurt yourself? Did your brother snatch? I know, he's mean. There we go. Summer aphrodisiac is amazing. It is. It's beautiful, Summer. Yeah. Summer owns every perfume we have.
Yay! Well done, Summer.
Yes. So then I thought I'd bring along my best-selling toy. Now, I think most people in the comments probably already own this. If you don't, you're going to buy one. Right. So this is the Flicker Pebble. Now, I know you're probably thinking that's just a tiny little pebble. What's it going to do? So this is really cost-effective. It's rechargeable. It's fully waterproof. And when I say waterproof, I mean submergible. You can take it scuba diving. You can take it swimming, shower, bath, wherever. You want to take this on a wet day, you take it on a wet day. So, as I said, it's a rechargeable toy. You put a little pin-sized charger into this hole. It's a memory silicone, so it shrinks back to size to make sure it keeps waterproof. So the reason it's called a flicker is because this wonderful little toy does resemble a part of the body. You see? I just got lipstick on my chin. So the flicker flicks away.
Yeah.
And this is a toy that you use on your clit. It gives you an oral sex stimulation. There we go. Everyone's telling you how amazing it is on the comments. Don't take my word for it. Take all these customers.
There's an order.
If you don't have a flicker, you girls need one. They are £25. Now, for a rechargeable waterproof toy, that's an absolute bargain. And I'm 99% sure this is our cheapest rechargeable toy. So obviously, being rechargeable, you're never going to have to worry about batteries and running out.
Amazing, best toy ever. Danny's gone one of the best toys ever. I love this. Brilliant.
If you don't have the flicker, you need it, says Summer. Yeah, so you can see the customers speak for themselves. Like,
brilliant.
It's a toy that I have sold, I think, like 35, 40 of now. If you're a regular customer of mine, you own one of these, basically. You don't escape the red room without buying a flicker.
I love it.
But yeah, they are an absolute bargain, and to be fully waterproof and rechargeable.
That's great. Great demonstration. Yeah. Next.
So then we have a couple's toy. And again, you look at it and you go, what on earth is this? So this revolutionary little toy has 50 ways to play. 50. Mum, I'm going to tickle you. Oh, I think I just opened up my cup. You want a cuddle? So, this cheeky little toy has 50 ways to play. So, you can, it's fully flexible. So, if I give it a good bend, you want to bend it? Please do. There we go. See, Skylar can bend it. Can you bend it back up? There we go. Fully flexible. You can move it about in all directions. So you can turn it into a lovely little cock ring. There's way number one. You can use it as a clamp. So you can clamp it onto the nips or the clitoris. Ooh. Fantastic little gadget for that. You can use it for internal and external pleasure, like you would a rabbit. So one inside, one on the clitoris. Can you go find me a balloon, please? Go find me a balloon. You can also use it for double penetration. So obviously one in anal, one for vaginal. Can you go find it again? The amazing thing is you can also control the prongs and the base separately. So these have two separate motors. So you can have just these going or just the base. So you can use it as a massager as well. You can use it all over the body. I want peace and quiet, but we don't always get what we want.
Guys, that she's so passionate about all the products, and obviously Antimas have got such a huge range, haven't they? And it's lovely for you just to select a couple to just show people.
Yeah.
Things have moved on. I remember going into Amsterdam, the red light district, walking in the sex, sex shop, and that was revolutionary for me. You've got to go in and have a look, and you had vibrators spinning around left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
But things have still changed, so it's great to see different things.
I'm so jealous that you've been to all of the red light districts and stuff. I've said to Chris, I so badly want to go. Amsterdam. I haven't, because I've been too busy having babies. I would love to go to Amsterdam just to know how like sexually empowering it is over there, because they are so open about it. It's like a different world, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And it's just so liberal. It's just so refreshing. You know, it's just so refreshing. What else have we got?
Bear with 2 seconds. I currently have a Mawam to keep the toddler quiet.
Yes, please.
You know what? I don't get my hands on a single sweetie in this house. Could you go sit down? Good girl. So next up, I wanted to share with you little bits of lingerie. So starting off with a nice dainty little set. So this is the Fiercely Sexy set. I will just plonk this over my head so I'm hands-free with it. So this is the non-pad bra. So try and get in shot better. So you can see it's got this beautiful beaded section in the middle that gives a great little detail. It's just so elegant. It's got beautiful embroidered lace designs all over. You've also got, I'm trying to get in shot. I'm not used to this. I'm backwards. You've got sequins all over, which you can kind of see there. There we go.
Their range they surprised me and Summers, because their range of underwear is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It really, really is. It's gone from, the tacky, rough, I don't know, fabrics that used to be like 10, 20 years ago, to finesse, to luxurious, to so pretty. And so I would say like body enhancing. You know,
exactly.
We've been blown away.
If you speak to some of our long-standing customers and some of our longest ambassadors, I think one of them's been with us for 20 years. No, 15 years. And she says when she first started, we went up to a double D cup and that was it. We went up to like size 18 and that was it.
Yeah.
And that was, at the time, that was big. Nowadays, we cater, this bra goes up to a 44H.
Yeah.
44H. The
pants
my
bra size, it's pretty big. So my cup size is ridiculous, and it needs to be, because we're not all the standard sizes anymore. We're just not.
Personally, I've got tiny little pancake boobs. I've got a boost bra on today because I wanted to look like I had some tits. But there are so many women. I've got customers that are like a 32E. I've got customers that are 44H. And they really are catered for, and the pants go up to like a size 26. We've got bodies that go up to 26.
Because we still want to feel sexy, whatever size.
We are. All of us are beautiful. No matter what shape and size, we are beautiful, and we can always enhance assets. When I'm giving advice on lingerie and things like this, I'll always try and recommend things that will help you to flatter the things you're proud of. So if you think you've got the best boobs in the world, I will sort you out with a bra that's going to show those boobs off. If you don't like your tummy, I'll help you to disguise it a bit. Because I get that as much as I want to say, love every inch of you, love your body, it's not that easy. It took me years to come to the realization that I like my tiny boobs. They're not that bad. And to actually grow confidence in them. Like, it's only been in the past year or so that I've been more confident about having smaller breasts. And although I've been saying about, everyone needs to love themselves and be confident for years and years, it's only been very recently that I can actually say, I do love myself completely. I love every inch of my body, no matter what. Look, there's a stretch mark. Ha, ha, ha. It kind of looks like a funny date. Like, that's the sort of attitude I have towards it now. But you go back like a year and I still felt that uncomfortable feel about it. Like, I liked keeping my boobs hidden and things like that. So, I'm not going to force my customers to just, all of a sudden strip bare naked and say that they love every inch, because the reality of it is it takes time to do that. It takes time to, allow yourself to love yourself completely, because that's what it is. We have to let go in our minds of this stigma that big bellies are bad, that cellulite is bad, that, one boob bigger than the other is bad, when in reality, that's normal.
Yeah. And I think to start off, to be in your kind of group, and I'll put the link in later, girlies, in the comments. So everybody can go to Cassidy's group. It's private, it's lovely. And, you know, to be introduced into that, because that gives you confidence, even if you bought something little, you know, to start off with, just to test. And Cassidy, you are brilliant at your customer service. You're straight back on with a reply or a suggestion, or if there's a sale going on or whatever then that may be. Your customer service is sublime, and it's lovely to have open discussions in that group. And definitely, you know, Cassidy is definitely a go-to person to ask for advice, because she knows all the products. It's fantastic. So I will put the link in there.
Thank you.
No problem. It's needed.
Thank you. Georgie, you're such a loud mouth.
Because we are cracking on a bit now. So if we can do, is there a couple of more items? That
there was just 2 more. So there's the matching pants for that bra. So the set comes in red, white or black. So the matching pants are just as pretty, just as sparkly. Yeah, we've got a huge range of different styles. So we've got a crotchless thong, a Brazilian, a high-waisted thong, which is great for showing off the bum, hiding the tum. And then we've got my personal favorite item ever. So you got to be nice to her because she is beautiful. She's a lovely, saucy little bit of kit, but also quite sexy, a little bit erotic. Just ticks all the boxes for that sexy outfit that you go to. And again, I have sold an embarrassing amount of these because girls eat them up.
Probably because you're passionate. Right.
This is Tasha Teddy. And I know she doesn't look like much on, but I promise you, when she's on, she hugs your body so beautifully. This wet look is stretchy, so it still hugs your curves. And it flatters every size. I have girls from a size 6 to a size 26 wearing these and telling me how great they look. We've got little peekaboo lacy cups. So obviously these are just great. They really show off. They still support and hide what you want to, but you've still got enough on show. You've then got lovely lace at the hips. So it gives you, even if you don't have much hips, it gives you a flair to make you look like you have hips or show off the ones you've already got. But the best thing about Tasha is this zipper. So the zipper runs all the way down behind and to the top of the bum. It's a double-ended zipper, so you can make her crotchless or remove her easily from the front. There is a piece of fabric that protects your flaps from getting caught, because obviously no one wants an accident there. You don't want to get caught with zippers like the lads have to deal with. But
I never even thought of that. That's brilliant.
So many girls they panic. They're like, what if I have an accident and get something caught? I know.
I love that. That's so brilliant. Oh,
but yeah, so you can make it a crotchless piece and it will still be on whilst your partner can access the sweet areas, but you've still got it hugging you and making you feel amazing without having to strip naked. So if you do need that extra help to feel sexy, you can still almost hide in it whilst you're getting down to business. And you really do feel $1 million in Tasha. She is a must-have for any wardrobe.
Christmas is coming up, so it could be for friends, presents, couldn't it? It could be for daughters, it can be for anybody, really.
Yes, and this is it. A lot of people...
The biggest thing, it could be a treat for yourself, because I'm just tired of women now not celebrating themselves and even treating themselves. You know, it's like you're going to spend X amount on
off your brother,
your Reeboks and stuff, trainers, but then really we need to feel.
Skylar, can you stop laying on your brother, please? Skylar.
So I really hope that you've enjoyed today's chat with Cassidy. As you can see with Cassidy's energy, bless her, she's just voicing that out. I really get that. It's getting too loud. But as you can see, it's been an absolute pleasure to have Cassidy on today. I will put the link to her very private page just to give you some more confidence to have a look at her products. And remember, we are supporting, you know, home-based businesses, and Cassidy's there for anybody who wants it. I personally know Cassidy within the group. It's fantastic. And I'm just so pleased that you are here and that you shining the light not only on sex education, but to empower women, to grow your team, to shine the light. And it's just been a pleasure to have you. So thank you so much for being with us today and sharing your...
Thank you for having me. It's been amazing. It really has been a pleasure.
And huge love. Thank you, everybody. And I'll put the link in a minute once it's ended. And I've got tomorrow, I've got Nikki on. Nikki has designed her own candles. They last for absolutely ever and ever. So that's the negative of the business for her, because you just need to buy it once, but they're absolutely pure. They're so beautiful. And for anybody that's designing their own business and their own products is phenomenal. So I will be again on with Nikki tomorrow, 12 noon. See you soon. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Cassidy. And we'll see you all tomorrow. And I'll put the link in. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.